Hi, beautiful Virgo. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Virgo, we're going to do it a little bit differently here today because I have decided to cut out the extended version of these videos. So there's no part one, part two. There's just a longer, more in-depth reading here on YouTube that is completely free. The reason for this is exciting news, I hope, for some that have been asking for it. I'll tell you all about it at the very end of this reading. So whoever's interested in that, go all the way to back of the reading or listen to this message first and then hear about it. Okay, so Virgo, this is your mid-month reading, mid-August until mid-September of 2022. I'm starting with the wrong deck all the time. We're gonna start with an sort of an underlying current energy. What overall energy is swirling around you? I don't know how to shuffle anymore. Virgo, and we're in this full moon energy right now. We've just passed this Lion's Gate energy, and we're still in that as well, I feel, and we're in this full moon. This is basically going to be a reading from full moon until full moon. You get 3 cards. Everyone else, you're my 6th sign, and everyone else has gotten 1, so you're a little bit special here, my Virgo nation. Go with the flow is the first one. I'm gonna get all the cards on the table, all the clarifiers, just all out on the table, and then we're gonna get into all the messages. So go with the flow. This is such a beautiful card. Together with Face Your Fears, release the power of fear. There's a lot of moon cycles there. I just realized there was a moon there as well. With the Dragonfly, live life to the fullest. I love that. And I used to call this my hybrid card. So let's see if that is what it's about. I mean, the underlying current, the underlying energy here. So much about like go with the flow, live life to the fullest, and face your fears. Quite telling though. With a lot of moon cycles there. So for that energy, what do you want Virgo to know? Mid-month August until mid-month September. Crazy. For Virgo, please. Did you see that? It touched my cup of tea and I thought it was going to go. Sorry, I have to actually go a few feet. And maybe that is the message, because the card that I really had to walk for it. I just sort of couldn't just lean over and just pick it up. This is crossing the bridge here, crossing over to something different. There's something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you. This is a spiritual quest. And I had to walk a little bit for it. I had to actually get up and make an effort. I think there's a message in that. With the Lovers, number 6, harmony and love. Could be about choices. Knight of Michael, there's a quick moving energy coming in, shifting things around, making perhaps you a little bit, it's just for you to make a decision about something. And 5 of Gabriel, which is the final puzzle piece sort of falling into place. We're going to get some clarifiers. Do we have 5, 6, 8 clarifiers for these beautiful cards, this beautiful energy? We have the shadow, working on your shadow side, and we have the star card. I feel like it's just one more. And we're going to get into the juicy messages here. One card. There you go. And another 6 with material and spiritual prosperity. Looks really, really good. So, just give me a little moment. I I just feel with this enormous, look at this. Go with the flow and let things happen. Like we have a huge wave there. Sparkles. It really is like shining. There's so many details in this card. And that girl, she's just standing, sort of cruising along on that fish. It's just really, really beautiful. It's just gorgeous. And even though how big or consuming something looks like, it might like be overwhelming. It might look like something's going to sort of swallow you whole. If you sort of just learn to surf the wave, you can learn to surf the wave is the message. You can learn to surf the wave. You know, people, they train and they get up and they fall and they continue to train and they get up and they fall. And then eventually they get really good at surfing and they're just, you know, the bigger the wave, the cooler the conquering of that wave. The feeling is like you conquered this huge wave and you conquered. I just feel like it's such a metaphor for life. It's such a metaphor for something major, quite major going on in your life. As you learn to navigate through that, it can even be navigating a person, navigating a situation, navigating your life, and you learn to cruise through that. It's just the most phenomenal feeling here, Virgo. There's just something about you getting to the like you're just teaching yourself how to surf whatever it is that you're surfing on. And it's about, you know, you have facing your fears here. It's about just sort of getting into the water. It's getting, I know it's a lot of water and surfing and metaphors. For some of you guys, that might literally be something around that. For others, that can also be very much a metaphor for your emotions, for your feelings, to dare to face something, to just really face something, like going in with like your head first and face your fears. Just really deal with them and stop hiding. If that's just, it just feels like there's something here and you already know what that is. Live life to the fullest. Live life to the fullest and go with the flow. Let things happen. Just follow where it feels easy. Follow the stream. I just feel like you already know what this is about. You know, in your heart of hearts, if you're sitting down and you really put your hand over your heart and you just, okay, what really excites me? What truly, you know, brings passion to my everyday life? You know what that would be. And you know if you live that life or if you're on your way to that life or if you don't at all. And this is sort of a suggestion here, a big suggestion with 3 cards, not just one, but 3. And that's in itself is a message that every single other person, not person, but every single other sign has gotten 1 card that can underneath current energy there, and you get 3. So it's quite strong. And to start to just really go for what you feel is your wish for this lifetime. I know it's sort of grand, but it's like it's time. And with this dragonfly, my hybrid card, it's very much about even if it makes you a little bit scared, even if it makes you have to change certain things about yourself, maybe blend yourself a little bit with new things, keeping some old parts of you, but blending them with some new parts of you, and sort of coming out of that shell, it will be so worth it. This dragonfly, why I call it my hybrid card is because it is not really a dragonfly. This is a dragon with fly wings. So it's a dragon that has come together with a fly, and it has created a hybrid, and it's just a completely new species. You're in contact with this new species, like and whether that is like something on the outside of you or whether that's something within you, like you're starting to wake up, you're starting to awaken these new potentials inside of you, and have, like I said, it's not going to completely erase the person you've been up until this point, but you're certainly going to release some old parts of you, okay? And then with that, with the card that really flew out of my, like I had to get up and get it. There's such a message. You have to get up and get it. Like this shift for you, or this dealing with, like I said, it can be dealing with the situation, dealing with something at work, dealing with a person, dealing with your health. There might be something that looks monstrous. Is that how you pronounce that? Like it's a monster. It's a huge wave that can just, if you just look at it from the outside. I don't know why childbirth comes to mind, and that's obviously not going to appeal to everyone, because first and foremost, if you're a man, it's not. If you're a woman and you never had a child, but you get the idea. Like, I always say I would never be a bystander. I would never want to be a bystander giving birth. I've given birth twice, and both times, even though they were so vastly different, but both times, like, to not understand what's going on in the body for the woman at that time, and for the noises, and for the way that everything looks, and to just be a bystander of that and not feeling control, I would hate it. Because although I think you know what I mean. If you're in it, if any other tough situation that you're in, and any other person, like you probably have heard yourself say, or you probably have other people say, like, I would never be able to deal with that. If that were to happen to me, I would never be able to deal with that until it happens and you actually deal with it. You just do. And this is not about you surviving. This is you thriving on this thing. Is you learning how to deal with not surviving a person, not surviving a situation, a job, a health situation. It's you learning how to thrive and ride the wave of this. Be completely on top of things, and it's completely doable. You just sort of have to get up and actually make a little bit of an effort here. This is not the type of thing that will just go away by itself. And I don't mean to sound like disrespectful, but I don't care. That's not what I mean. I do care, 100% I care, but I don't care the way you approach it, the way you meet it, but you sort of have to get out of here. You sort of have to get out of some sort of rut, some sort of old belief system, some old parts, versions of yourself, change a little bit of a perspective and get over to the other side there. There's a helper there on the other side. We have Raphael standing there sort of like, come on, over to this side. And here everything is so much easier. And I just, with this card, Eight of Raphael, which is sort of, Eight of Raphael is sort of the complete healing, completion. Eight of Raphael, completion. And you have like we have a little doggy there, and we have a treasure chest with like full of gold coins, like full of money / energy. Like you're equipped, like you have the tools to go on this journey, dressed completely in white. Like it's very spiritually, like divinely guided. And you have what it takes to go on this journey. You have what it takes to deal with this person's situation. You really do. I feel like these two are a little bit like connected. So we have the Lovers here, and we have the Knight of Michael. And the Lover says, make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. And again, so we have Raphael here. Do you see him in the forest there? It's like he's so blended with the forest, as you are blended with the forest, blended with Mother Earth. There's a message there to be really connected to Mother Nature, to be connected to your roots. Raphael is calling on you there, and Raphael is calling, or sort of overseeing the situation here. Like I said, there's this divine calling, divine guidance I just feel a true meeting of true minds, a true meeting of there's something waiting on the other side here. Like there's dealing with the situation that you're in, learning how to ride the wave, learning how to thrive is going to help you cross over that bridge, cross over that hurdle, getting over that hurdle, not surviving but thriving. And on the other side of that, there is such a beautiful, and I don't, if you're not looking for love, if this is not a romantic partnership, there's just a grand opportunity. It's just such a different, it's basically you choosing something new for yourself and just going for that very authentic, truthful, honest path and having the guts to do so, facing those fears and sort of looking yourself in the mirror and just get it head on. On the other side of that is a waiting. It might be a romantic partnership for some of you. It might be that you've been waiting for the love of your life for forever, for your entire life. And on the other side of this, as you let go of certain things, as you learn to thrive on this very situation, on the other side of that is a grand opportunity for like a career, for a relationship, if this is a deep, deep friendship, whatever it is that you're looking for, it's just a game changer on the other side of this. You're headed towards something like way, way better. And this to me is also, it's not rushed, but it's like, it's an energy of moving quickly. It's a new energy that comes into your life, and it's an energy of moving quickly. So perhaps you've been feeling up until this point, Virgo, that it might have not been on a standstill. There might have been actually a lot of things happening, but they haven't been happening in what you would consider to be things you want to happen. It's just really educational. It's really has expanded who you are. It has expanded who you are, but it has never sort of really pushed you over that threshold, or has never really made you come into that like flourishing, paradise-like, passionate, just, oh my Lord, this is how it's supposed to feel like type of energy. But here it is. It's connected to like this connected to this connection. It's connected to when things are getting moving, they're going to get moving. Like if you feel like there's been a standstill, or if you feel like there's been things not working out for you, is going to start to work out for you, and it's going to move quickly, and for you to be ready for it. I hear people all the time talk about how they want this and want that. They want to try this out. They want to be with this person. They want to leave this person. And it's just babble. And I'm not saying that you're doing that, Virgo. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's one thing to talk about something and think that you want something, almost walking around feeling like you're not getting it. But if you were 100% certain that this thing would be solved, or this thing would come in, or this person would come in tomorrow, are you ready to follow up on that? Or do you need like to shave your legs a little bit? Or do you need to take a shower? Do you need to work on your confidence? Do you need to how prepared are you? Because once this gets going, it gets going. So there's like a preparation here. There's like it's almost like, to have the baby or giving birth reference again. Once the baby's here, there's no going back. You can't be a little bit pregnant. You either are or you're not. You can't have a little bit of like 10% of a child. Once that child is out, it's out. Deal with it. It's here, but it's the grandest gift you could ever receive. So it's not like it's a bad thing that is supposed to happen or is about to happen for you, to you. But once this relationship hits you like a ton of bricks, I never use that expression, it is here. And that's like, deal with those fears first. Face those fears first, and it will be so much more of a pleasant ride with this new person, this new situation, rather than you starting off feeling a little bit scared and standoffish because you never dealt with your confidence. Does that make sense? I have Five of Gabriel here as well. It's like we're working on that final puzzle piece. We have a big puzzle down here, and we have a lady sitting with one puzzle piece in her hand, and there's this angel also holding another puzzle piece. I also see this as the ticket to heaven. I don't know why the reference is like paradise, heaven. It just feels like, Virgo, it's time for this. It's just really time. It's like that in breath, inhaling of just the most wonderful smells and the most wonderful tastes and the most wonderful, it's just paradise. It's like done with the work of the heaven, like the dark night of the soul. You did it, Virgo. And it's like time to now reap what you've sown, and the final puzzle piece is falling into place. It's a 5, so it has taken a minute to get there. It has taken a moment to get over the hurdle, to get over that bridge. But once you do, 5 is also a great opportunity for change. And then we're stepping into this. I love how these comes out together, how we sort of have like the shadow and the star card right next to each other. And, you know, even myself, sounding very arrogant, but like even me, even I would think for the longest time that the shadow side was something you needed to work on. And once you were done, and then you sort of can step into the light. That is just all bull, you know what? The moment you realize and you can handle and you love and accept both sides equally much is when you're starting to really, really awaken. When you are no longer your shadow and you are not your light, you're just a mixture of both, right? And it's like we've done a lot of, I just feel like there's a difference between shadow work and the dark night of the soul. This is someone this is a Virgo who knows what the bottom is. If we were to talk about the bottom, like, have you been on the bottom? You would know what that means. And it has taught you a lot about yourself and also about your shadow side. But this is also becoming whole, not switching away from shadow or dark, but rather including both of them. And the star card is so much about healing. I just feel the healing here. Becoming whole. Like I said with the 8 of Raphael, that is just completion. It's just being completely healed, being completely whole. I don't know if we ever would get there, if there's ever going to be a person on this planet, this time around at least, this era, pun intended, who is fully in their light, fully in their dark, fully in their complete integration of everything that they are. But to just be on the way there, it gives me goosebumps. To just be on the way to full potential, to just know what that means. You're onto something here, Virgo. This is just grand. And we have 1718, so it's a beautiful process, and that is what it is. It's a process, Virgo. This is not what we do here. It's a process, and it's a complete healing, and it's 17 is all about immortality. It's you coming into your that you are physically mortal, but you know that you are non-physically immortal, but you're going to start to feel this, I guess, immortality maybe is like invincibility. Like nothing touches you. You're surfing the wave, you know? And I love this. If we look very, very closely, there's this man standing in the middle of this sun, and there's a ring around that man with little men, smaller versions of this man. And then on the outside, there's another ring with even more little mini men, which I feel like they're just versions. It's very... Come on, card, camera. There you go. There's just so many freaking different versions of you, and it's like you tried them all. You tried them all. This is not what you're about to try. You already live them. And out of that, you know, you see that center? Out of that center comes a God who is slowly but surely starting to understand who they are. And we have the second number 6 there, so it's love and harmony, and material and spiritual prosperity. It's like you're looking out over your kingdom. Paradise, heaven, kingdom. It's like, yeah, it's a very spiritual connection. It's a very, like, you know your kingdom within, and you'll know your kingdom without. It's like, yeah, you're really on the right path here, and you're on your way to create something quite astounding. If you don't like get one bit of this, if you go, I don't think so. I think that I have such a path in front of me. You have a path in front of you, but mainly the toughest part is over, as far as I'm concerned, with these energies, with these cards here today. And you sort of just have to have the will right now to get off of your couch, to get off of your chair, make a little effort to make this change. And you know what that change is, and you know what the effort is. You already have the answers. We're going to have Michael just wrap it up here. Didn't even have to shuffle, it just fell out. A favorable outcome. A favorable outcome. And I love the visuals for this, because do you see the scale? So Michael is holding his scale, and on one side there's the light, and the other side there's the light, and it shows like so. And I just feel like the Michael version here is you. I just feel like so much that, you know, it's just showing. It's not like you're just holding a scale and you're waiting for the universe to deliver something to you, or that you're so like not have a say in this yourself, that you actually created the balance here. This is your doing. You're using your hand. The healer in you, the completion, the integration in you is just using your hand and creating the balance. You're creating your reality. And it has a favorable outcome. Of course it does. That's what I have for you, mid-August until mid-September. But before we go, and I hope this is a happy surprise, there's been quite a lot of people asking for it. And I cut the extendeds out and decided, I've already done it for a small group to just feel into it, that I'm going to offer personal readings to everyone. So whoever is interested in getting a personal reading, a private reading, just like this, it's just I'm answering with my guides, I'm answering your questions. I've done this in Swedish for the longest time, so I know what I'm doing, but I haven't done it in English. And what's different between this format and the personal one, I don't know. I just felt a little bit, I just wanted to try it out. But I have tried it out on a smaller group of people, and I just feel comfortable to now present this to you guys. So if you want to know more about it, if you're interested at all in this, just go read all about it in the description box down below. And I look forward to be a little part of someone's journey here. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, Virgo. Thanks, guys.